Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Zero from TechDragon.info, and take a look at what I found in my garage. Thank you, Mizu, I think. For the, what's the thing called? The Turán III prototypus, as in the Turán III prototype, I'm guessing. And this thing is a, yet again, German, I can speak, Tier 5 premium medium tank. Now, as you can see, we already have the Moots, and we already have the T25, we already have the Panther 88. Why do we need yet another German medium tank? Well, the Panther 88 is actually a good crew layout. The T25 is a good crew layout. The Moots is less because you have one crew member less in there. So for crew training, you probably want these, but I think the higher tiers actually don't have the same crew layout. I think the radio operator gets removed. So, but you know, it's nice to have the crew layout. But why? Well, I don't know. To be honest, I don't know why. I don't really see the point of this tank. If we take a look at the gun handling is slightly better. 1 round a minute more. It's less penetration, same damage, slightly better accuracy, slightly better aim time, and that is pretty much it, what you have over the T25 in, you know, better things, in bonuses. Other than that, this thing is massively slower. The armor is the same, but at least on T25 it's sloped. Here it's very flat. So you're left with a tank that is very underwhelming. Turret traverse is better though on this thing. View range at 330, yeah, pretty average as well. Signal range, who cares, enough. So, if any of you guys, by the way, play on the NA server, North American server, and the equipment is on sale, please let me know. I have not seen an equipment sale since last year, October or something. I desperately need to buy equipment, but I just haven't seen a sale. But if you look at it, my Moots still needs, oh that's funky, equipment, but it costs so damn much. It costs well over $1 million to equip these tanks. So if I keep equipping all these damn premiums, I will actually go bankrupt. I'm not joking. I know, luxury problem, but still, it's not cool. So, this tank, what is it about? Well, I don't know. I honestly don't know why they put this thing in the game. I think they just put it out there to just bring out a new tank, because it doesn't have any advantage really over the T25. It is slower, which for a medium is pretty devastating at this kind of tier. It doesn't have any better armor, which would have been the salvation if it really did, but it doesn't. And the gun is pretty much the same. Slightly better handling on the gun, but that's about it. So, let's take this thing for a spin and let's see what it can do. But overall, I don't recommend getting this thing if you already have a T25, or if you're debating between the two, get the T25. It's the better tank. But let's jump into some gameplay, shall we? And here we are with some gameplay. Now, like I said, this tank, it just feels underwhelming. It just feels like there's nothing really that sets it apart. And I'm going to do my colorblind mode. I prefer not to play with colorblind mode on, so do forgive me if I do forget it in a video here or there. For me, colorblind actually works like the opposite. You know how colorblind people can't really distinguish which team the tank that pops up is on? Yeah, well, for me, the purple color on a light background, I can't read what it says, so I often can't see who or what it is I'm actually facing, or I can't see the outline, or I'm not colorblind or anything, I just really dislike that color purple against light backgrounds. Anywho, besides the point. So, a match with 3 artillery. Oh joy. You saw my crew in the garage there. I do not have 6th sense, so this is gonna be... oh joy. Just taking it slow here, but then again, you just saw the top speed. When this thing has to start moving, it really is a case of, come on, you know, it's like get out and push. It's just, yeah, I don't know. This tank is just one of those things that it can't really capture my attention, pique my interest, you know. I like the M41 because it's a light tank. I like light tanks, but it gets a good gun, so you have a pretty much a lightly armored medium tank is how I see it. And, you know, the Mutz is a fast... pretty much Mutz is very similar to the M41. It's a very fast light tank. I know it's medium, but you know what I mean, right? It has no armor, it's fast, gets a good gun. That kind of formula. I like those tanks. They have something. They have good guns and they have speed. This tank, it just doesn't have anything. It doesn't have speed, it doesn't have armor, it doesn't have fantastic gun handling. You're still sitting here waiting for, like, come on, come on. It's finally aimed in. Like, this thing should have a 2-second aim time, or something like that. That could probably save this tank and make it interesting. But right now, it's... yeah, it's a very run-of-the-mill, ordinary... like, it's not bad. Don't get me wrong. It's not a terrible tank or anything. But it just has nothing going for it. Looking for Sean UI there. Don't have it. Putting one into the Churchill. Like, right there. That's where I have trouble, like, reading what a tank is. It's fine if it's on these green backgrounds, but once it's set up to that mountain that's a bit whitish or to the sky there, I can't read at all what it says. So that's why I prefer to play with colorblind mode off, like right there, that OI against the sky. Can't read it. Like right now, it's too damn fuzzy. So I don't know what the hell they did, but as soon as the thing gets up against the background, it goes super fuzzy. And it just annoys me. So I prefer the red, it's a lot more crisp. I don't know why, but the colorblind mode just fucked up. Don't have a line there. I'm looking if any of these people that were in the field there, if I can spot them. Being a little bit forward here is a bit of a risky move because I don't have 6th sense, so no idea if I'm spotted. But since none of these guys are actually trying to shoot me from the hill, I'm gonna assume I'm not spotted. Looking. Okay, I need to peek over here. Come on. Waiting for my binoculars to activate. Nothing spotted over the hill. I didn't spot those guys, I think. Nah, it must have been the guy on the hill. Oh, bit of a line there. Trying to put one in. Nah, he just dives behind the hill as we fire. Pulling back here in case he did light me up. Which does not seem to be the case. I'm still alive, so don't think I'm spotted. Time to move up. What I'm thinking right now is go around here and come up behind them and hopefully get some shots into the back. And we know that the artillery was spotted back here earlier, so maybe with a bit of luck. Oh, there he is. Nice stop. Bad move. Don't quite have the... come on. There we go. And we finish him off as we get shot by Matilda, but it goes into our track. Put one into him. As he pulls back. Not quite sure why. Doesn't seem to want to shoot me. Which is fine by me. Artillery misses. And we finish him off. Next artillery spotted. PCFSL, the bullshit 4B. Thingamajiggy. And we take a left here, a bank a left, just to make sure we don't get hit by artillery. So, I kind of suspected that the people on the hill would turn around with me being behind them and actually come back, so I'm taking a wide approach here, a wide angle approach, just to make sure I don't get shot. And then they seem to progress forward still. And, oh yeah, long range shot. 550 meters, right at the edge of the view circle. Pretty much the longest shot you could make when you can still see him. So, the accuracy, not fantastic, but it's workable. As the Churchill finishes off the Matilda there. Excuse me, Matilda finishes off the Churchill. So we're trying to get a line here, but don't quite seem to have one. I decided to move up, get closer, and hopefully put in some shots into his face. Here you can see, like, we're doing 40, going downhill a bit, but that's it. That's really where this thing maxes out. And even that, you pretty much just achieve it while going downhill. Waiting for that aim time, waiting for the aim time. Nope. Don't quite have the accuracy. Next shot misses as well. We miss again. So the funny thing is, we're up against a Skoda, right? Skoda T24. That is pretty much a T25. Like, they're very similar. So we're pretty much up against our competition for tier 5 premium tank, as it were. And he outgunned me, he outnuked me, and I didn't put a single shot into him. So the aim time and accuracy, while not being terrible, is not good enough to snapshot at all. Like, you have to sit there and wait for it to fully aim in and then take your shot. It just takes too long. You're too big of a target, too sluggish to get out of there. You just cannot afford to be in sight for that long. And that's why I feel like this thing could really use a buff in the aim time. Give this thing a 2-second aim time, and this would be a completely different tank. Then you can actually get over there, put a shot in, pull back in time before you get wrecked, because otherwise people are just gonna be able to hit you while you can't hit them, even at relatively close range. So right now we are down to just one artillery, so it's already hunting time. We have an ally in the enemy base, is what I was trying to say. So I doubt that he's over there. You have two choices: either he's in the back here, or he's near water. So we're just waiting for that drowning message. Nothing yet. Okay, if he was in the water, he would have been spotted by now. So he's not in the water, then chances are he is right here. Did we just... No, did we? Let's take a look at the stats. We actually ammo racked that artillery. This one, I think. Yeah. Ammo rack knocked out. Perfect ending. Master Bat second class. Demolition expert, obviously. I walked away with 900 damage done, 699 experience, not a top on our team, which was an artillery, doing over 1,000 experience damage, 4 kills. We should have gotten some spotting, not a whole lot. Fired 17, hit 8, pinned 8. What can I say? This tank, it just feels like something is missing. Like, it's not quite up to snuff. And since I don't know if it's the accuracy, the aim time, I don't know. This tank feels like there's just something missing, and because it's a tier 5, ergo it's not a money maker, because that's what you have tier 8 for. This thing is just a tank that should be fun for crew training, that you want to play. But I don't really want to play it. It's too slow. The gun is just missing something. I mean, the speed is bad. I mean, that 40 kilometers an hour, you could barely reach that. Just going downhill. That's the only time. I would much, much rather play the T25. Much better tank. Even though the gun handling is slightly worse, I would much, much rather have that one. Take a look here. Specific power, 12 versus 22. That's the difference. And the armor is pretty much identical between the two. Skoda has same frontal armor. I keep calling this a Skoda. It's a T25. It has the same frontal armor thickness, but it's actually sloped, so effectively it's more. Yeah, no, this tank, it's just, it falls shy of being fun. It's, I mean, it's very mediocre in every single way, and the speed is underwhelming. That's about all I have to say about this thing. It's, unless you really want to get every single tank in the game, I would say skip this one. If you really want a low-tier German crew trainer, go with the T25. You'll have a lot more fun than in this thing. It's pretty much the same gun, slightly worse reload, but much, much better mobility, so a lot more flexible than this thing can be. And this thing is very flat and big. I mean, so is this thing, don't get me wrong, but still, at least this thing is fast. This is just a sitting duck. Quack. It actually kind of looks like a duck tank, doesn't it? Anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.